cooking with Doomsvince.
Hello, my cooking fans, and welcome to Cooking with Doomsvince. I am Doomsvince, and I am bringing doom cooking to you. On today's menu, we have hamburgers. You may be asking yourself, why would Doomsvince, the master of all doom, eat hamburgers? They're delicious, and they're made of burger. For the meat preparation, you will have the following ingredients. Meat. Egg whites, because it moistens the lean meat. The following spices are necessary. Paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic, black pepper, and salt. You can either mix it all together and then form it into patties, or you can form it into patties and then put the spices on, whichever you prefer, it does not matter. But do it my way because it's better. You may ask yourself, how do I spice my food? Consider the strength of the spice. Is it spicy as in hot, or is it just flavor? And then add it accordingly. Sometimes you may overspice. If you're under 15, that's usually a problem. While you are spicing your food, be certain that you know which spice you are using. Proper portions. Black pepper is always a welcome flavor. Garlic is always a welcome flavor as well. Do not oversalt. Salt is used to bring out the flavor of the meat and the other spices. Salt itself is not necessarily a flavor. Just because you like salt does not mean that you should eat it by itself. Paprika is a flavor that should be used not sparingly. It adds a smokiness to it. But I'm a supervillain. What do I know about actual culinary terms? Only a slight amount of cayenne pepper is necessary. Only a slight amount of cayenne pepper is necessary. Reason being is that it adds a little bit of a bite to your burger. I have stuff all over my doom coat. You are allowed to use actual eggs in the egg whites. You can separate them with your hands, or you can buy an egg separator. Or you can buy a carton of egg whites. It's much more convenient. When you pour it in there, remember not to make your burger soup. You do not want burger soup. Mix it with your hands. Remember to wash your hands first. We don't want any dead doomsayers. At least not this side of the apocalypse. You can smell your meat in order to understand how spiced it is, but do not taste it before you have cooked it. Do not taste it before you have cooked it. Unless you're Captain Logan. And then eat freely of raw meat and please die. These, in case you are wondering, are my cooking glasses. I take them off so I can use my heat vision. The vegetables that you will be likely to add to your burger are as follows. Tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, and lettuce. I do not care what kind of lettuce, but this is iceberg. Like the Titanic. How do you cut your vegetables? Cut your tomatoes into reasonably thin slices. Try to avoid your fingers. A digitless doomsayer is that much less effective. There is a proper way to cut an onion. You cut off the top, then you cut off the bottom. If you watch what you are doing, it is more accurate. Cut your onion in half, across the diameter. Peel off the outer two layers. If you intend to use your onion raw, cut it into lengths. If you intend to cook your onion, I will show you how. For large onions, cut into thirds lengthwise. And then cut your onion into wedges. I like to have equal parts mushrooms to onions. I have a single mushroom here because I don't feel like showing you how to cut 1,000,000 mushrooms. This is a head of lettuce. You don't cook it. I am going to cook my onions and my mushrooms together to bring out the flavor and potentially make them last longer in the fridge. Which may not be true. Use your non-stick cooking spray, but not too much. Again, you do not want to have soupy vegetables. Let your onions and your mushrooms cook until the onions are a nice golden brown. They should be slightly crunchy and slightly soft. I use a George Foreman grill for my burgers. It drains the fat into this nifty little reservoir right here. You may also cook your burger however you want, in a skillet, on a grill, i.e. a real grill. When preparing your ground cow carcass, shape it into small discs. Discs about the size of your palm, maybe a little larger than your palm. And then place them ever so gently on the George Foreman grill. It seems to be that Doomsvince has enough room for 3 burgers on his grill. It will take approximately 10 minutes to cook your burgers in a lean meat grill. Remember to put your reservoir directly below the dripping area. Keep stirring your vegetables. If you use a spatula, make sure it is able to handle the high temperature of the skillet. You may melt your mother's spatula. If my doomsay is 15 years and under, please ask permission. This is the desired level of brown for your mushrooms and onions. They're not done yet.
Fear me, for I am a doom bun.
And now for the common sense portion of putting together a hamburger. Put the desired amount of mustard and ketchup on, however much you like. Try not to drip it on your carpet. My mother used to be a waitress, and she once shook the mustard without the cap on. She had to clean the ceiling. Do not do that, unless you're in Captain Logan's apartment. Pickles. Fold and apply your lettuce. And your cheese. I use low moisture pot skim mozzarella cheese because it's delicious and low fat. And a single tomato, or 2 if you so desire. Apply a knife to the cooked ground meat carcass. If it is still pink inside, you need to cook it longer. Mine are not, so we will put it on the bun now. Hot! You now have a completed Doom burger.